Hi, so this is a follow-up from yesterday's video. I see that the Channel 4 documentary, that's now been uploaded, so I'm actually watching through it now. First off, in the news today, a surgeon has been found incompetent. Under her surgery, there have actually been a few deaths. She's been allowed to continue working. Now, she's actually been allowed to continue working by her bosses, who have said that she will continue to work. So, I mean, rather than hating on the lady, this just shows that there is a systemic problem within the NHS. Although personally, if I were that individual and I knew that my work was so bad that it was possibly related to some deaths and fatalities, I would want to take a sideways step into other work that I could do more safely, but that's just me. But it's kind of against this backdrop of basically systemic failure within the NHS that is going on at the minute that I come on to my next point. And this is about Dewi Evans, the follow-up here. So for me, and I don't think I mentioned this yesterday, it's when he does his little demonstration of the air embolus, and at the end he slips the vial or the syringe, whatever, into his pocket and goes, well, where's your evidence? And he does that so glibly and so automatically, that just really gives me the chills. I think that's the moment I go, oh my God. And it's almost like, if someone's mean to you, and I don't know, maybe they snatch your lunch, your school lunch, and throw it away, but then you try and take them on and they go, what lunch? Prove it. And all their friends go, well, yeah, he didn't do anything, he was with me, or whatever, is the kind of, yeah, prove it, where's your evidence attitude. And also, Diane Mary, thank you very much for your comment, because the same thing was actually going through my mind today. And basically, Dewi Evans, he put it out there. He's dug a very, very big hole for himself on national TV. But we have this surgeon who is still being permitted and actually endorsed to continue working, even though there is some incompetence there and she is causing harm to patients. It's a question of, well, how bad does it have to get before someone actually sits up and takes notice and does something, like at the NHS level, at the legal level. Well, I mean, they've acted quickly enough to get Lucy Letby thrown into jail, but some other things seem to be moving a lot more slowly. But I do agree with you, Diane Mary. I think we need to be a little bit cautious about what we say, how we put things, because, even though we're pound shop Poirot's and like beneath anyone's notice, really. There is still, you know, from what we saw of the videos, the little clips of our friend, there is a loose cannon element there, and maybe we just want to be a little bit cautious, because we don't want him, we don't want to give anyone any leverage to actually get away with stuff. Okay, enough said of that. But what I think you can understand what I'm getting at with this. So I would certainly, because what I saw, like I said, it was out there on national TV, and there were things that made me think, oh my God. So I would be actually officially expressing concerns to the relevant bodies, because in those videos, this is concrete stuff. This is very worrisome, and I think that this is stuff we should say, look, I am worried about this because, you know, and back it up. You know, they say this, they do that, then this action happens. That I will be doing, and that, you know, I hope other people do that as well, make their concerns known. And any medical people out there, who is it you would get in touch with it if you have concerns about someone's behaviour? What is the body that you get in touch with? Is it the GMC? I don't know. But yeah. So I've watched halfway through the first instalment. So I've come to the incidents with the baby box, where Lucy, she came in with a box, and the parents were worried that it meant that she was giving them the box because their baby had died. And you know, she laughs and says, no, we give all of the sick babies boxes. And a lot has been made of the fact that she laughed. A lot has been said about that. I don't need to add to that. I agree that people react in different ways, and it's not necessarily something that's creepy. You know, it can happen if someone wants to be reassuring. But also, Stephen Breary was there at exactly the same time. So it might be worth going over his input, because he also spoke to the parents, and see if that might have, you know, his exchange with the parents might have contributed to the, you know, the alarm, the fear that obviously the parents had, and, you know, the discomfort and worry and what have you. So yeah, that is my thoughts for today. So yeah, probably be a little while before I post anything again, because I am busy with the course. But yeah, please like, subscribe, and hope to see you in the next video.